You're starting to get really frustrated with this person. Like they're really pushing their luck. That's just the message that I keep getting, is pushing their luck. And I feel like you have your back turned to them right now. Like there's a lot that they would need to do to come back at this point. I feel like you're starting to mentally detach, kind of turning your back on them a little bit, giving them the cold shoulder a little bit. You're wondering, like, do I need to put this entire relationship behind me? I'm not really sure anymore. This person's just not showing up in the way that I need them to. And you feel like, doing this is putting pressure on them to decide. And so I feel like you guys are kind of at a standoff type energy, but it's a very unpleasant feeling. It's a very uncomfortable feeling because you feel like you have been the second choice. You see these other two options right here. So I feel like this could be something that's getting in the way. They've had some time to make a decision. And I feel like you're starting to get frustrated now because there's just this energy of non-movement. Okay. All right. Let's see how you're coming across right now, and then we're going to get their energy. Wow, that didn't really want to shuffle correctly. I feel like this person is just so stuck and stagnant. I'm just feeling like this cement type energy, and it's like, it's really frustrating you. Yeah, you're getting really tired of this entire situation. I don't think that you're not in an energy with the diviner here. This is like high priestess type energy, but you're just sitting there like, I'm going to step into the shadows because this is who I am. And you're not seeing me for who I am because if you did see me as I really was, you would not be putting me in the position that you are. And it's making you feel, I think, a little bit angry, a little bit angry. You saw this as being something really special, something really cosmic. You could view this person as being your counterpart. You could view them as being a soulmate. You think this is something that's special. You were able to see deeper into this relationship. And I feel like it's just, they're really just pushing their luck with you. Let's get a card for them. Okay. This is what came out. The Singer. So they're feeling emotional. They're feeling like they want to express themselves. They're feeling like if they can just tell you how they feel about you, that it's going to be able to provoke some sort of emotion in you. And look, there you are on the bottom again. Yeah, you're in the bottom again. It's like you see everything that they're doing. And I don't know if you're happy about it. I'm going to actually put this on the other side because it's getting glare. So I just don't think I don't think that is, look at, I just noticed where I placed this. Look, this person's back is to your back and you're like, harumph. I think you're just starting to get really, really frustrated with this person. It's like, yeah, they could come forward and they could do all of these things that show some sort of performance or emotional attachment or try to evoke some sort of emotion within you. But I feel like at this point, you're just like, do I need to turn my back on you forever? Do I need to disappear into the background? You're just not happy with how they're handling themselves right now. So let's get a tarot card. Let's get a tarot card for this right now. Why do you feel like you need to possibly move on from this situation, collective? Okay. Five of Swords, but we had another one come out, Nine of Pentacles. So, yeah, I just don't feel like you felt respected. I feel like you're having to take your own power back here, because I'm seeing this sword here with the Avenger card and this sword here with the Five of Swords. This person has not been fair to you in some way. And like, if you look here, you can see she's kind of clutching onto her own value. This is the Nine of Pentacles. You have established yourself. You have created for yourself. You don't like need this person in your life. You wanted them in your life. You wanted them to stand up and fight for you. You wanted them to be there for you. And whatever they did, you feel like they owe you an apology. You feel like they owe you some, I just heard you, they got some explaining to do. They do. Okay. So whatever this was, it wasn't fair. It was them acting only in their best interest. That's how you feel. And you don't think it was fair. And you don't think this person made the right choice, and you think that they did it for alternate reasons or an alternate person, or there was somebody else involved, because Five of Swords, there's, you know, other people that can be involved here. There's some behaviors that are not healthy involved here. Okay. So what energy are they in right now? Let's get a little bit more with the tarot on that. Their energy. King of Cups. Seven of Coins, Seven of Pentacles. Well, they do have a lot of love here. They do have a lot of love here for you, but I feel like, again, they are getting ready to express themselves, but they haven't yet, because the King of Cups doesn't express themselves enough. They have a lot of love. They have a lot of love to give. In fact, it's like the most love you can have in the tarot, but if this person's not expressing it to you, it feels meaningless. It's like their energy, though, is that they do want to invest in this. They do want to see if they can invest in you guys' relationship. And they just haven't been expressing this to you enough, because they haven't made whatever decision here. They haven't done it yet. I think that they feel like there's some sort of unpleasant trade-off, because my guides are pointing me to that specific phrase right there. And they might feel like there's some sort of limitation on their life right now, which is making things too difficult in order for them to be able to do that. However, they have not chosen to express that to you, because they're holding in their feelings and their emotions, which isn't helping, because they're not telling you the truth. And this is foolish type behavior here. Yeah, Seven of Cups. They're not thinking clearly about how this is actually affecting you. And they're sitting there thinking about, oh, but if I do this, then that could happen. If I choose this person, then that could happen. What if I choose this cup? What if I choose that cup? I'm just not sure. And then the Tower comes in. Because the one person that they really, really want, that isn't a regular option, and they know it deep down because they have all this love that they want to give you, this is what would happen if you actually did turn your back. There's some safety in this relationship that you guys have together. But it's not as safe as they think. Because you're getting to the point of being like, this has to change one way or another. Either I'm going to change and I'm going to walk away and I'm going to end this once and for all, or they're going to make the choice. So which is it going to be? Because Spirit's going to be stepping in too, because they're not happy. Spirit has had enough with this person too. Let's get a little bit more for how they see you. How do they see you right now? Collective. Ace of Cups. So not only are you their true love and they want to have this new beginning with you, they do see you as everything, but they also think that you could be getting any option that you want because you're so attractive. They view you as this highly attractive Nine of Pentacles energy, Queen of Wands energy. You're dynamic, you're creative, you're expressive. You could be a business owner. You're taking care of yourself. You're looking good. You're smelling good. You know, and this cup is just sitting here waiting to be filled. I don't even see it full of anything. It almost looks empty to me right now. And you're like, I have been through enough with the situation from the past here. You know, they see you as being able to move on very easily if that's what you want. So what don't you see? What don't you see right now? Knight of Wands. It's going right under the Nine of Pentacles with the Five of Swords. And the other one that came out is the Ten of Cups. So what you don't see, so Knight of Wands isn't always a player, okay? This is somebody that is going to travel towards you. They're coming in as a knight. You're the queen, but you guys are in the same suit, okay? So I do think this person is going to be strong and determined and action oriented because they want to bring in this happiness energy here with this Ten of Cups. They want this to be over. Like I'm saying, underneath we have 10 of Swords. So this is 10 of Swords and 10 of Cups. It's either going to go really, really good or it's going to go really, really bad. And there will be, I just heard no backsies. Look, there's your back. There's this person's back. It's going to go one way or another here. Emperor, Page of Coins. What it's going to depend on is if they've learned their lesson with this whole entire situation. Have they learned their lesson or not? So I'm going to go ahead and let me see what this Seven of Pentacles is. Okay. Five of Pentacles. Again, they don't know if they're going to be left out in the cold. They don't know if you're going to turn your back on them. They don't know if you're going to be willing to give to them at all because they have held their feelings in. They are feeling left out in the cold though here. Can you give me a card for this Five of Swords? I kind of want to know what it was that you're feeling like you need to defend yourself for, get some sort of justice for, or avenge the situation for. The Nine of Wands. Okay. Yeah, Page of Wands is underneath with the Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Cups. All you wanted was for them to make the choice, to take the new path. There was something about you guys' relationship that was new, that was different. So this is something that I don't think ever really got off of the ground, or they weren't able to get into an emotional place to be able to give you the reciprocity that you really needed in order to feel supported. And so it ended up just burdening you, just making, like, draining you and depleting you and making you feel like you guys were just going around and round with the same patterns over and over again, and it wasn't going to get better. It just wasn't going to get better. And it affected so much. It affected your self-esteem. It could have affected your work life or your emotional life or your creativity. I'm just like seeing all of these different chakras being affected on your side. It slowly drained you. Okay. So let's see what this looks like here. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and get a new deck. Spirit's telling me, get the new deck, get the new deck. Just in case we have a look on the split, I have the Empress. Yeah, there you are. Yeah, this is not moving as of yet. This person, look at them, they're facing you. Again, your back is to them. So, where are we going next with this situation? Where are we going next? Death. The Death card is here again. This is why they had me take a new deck, because the Death card appeared in the other deck and it's Scorpio energy. So what they're trying to say is that this is extremely important energy here. This is going to change one way or another. It is going to change. What is it going to change about? Other options. One way or another, these other options are going bye-bye because you're not allowing it anymore. It's forcing the energy into a new place. And I'm seeing these stars up here, and I don't really ever notice that on this card. So I'm being guided to these stars. There's some sort of destined movement forward here, a destined path. What else for where are we going? Okay. So we have Four of Swords, Strength, I did see the World, Eight of Wands. So this is going to change, all right? Either this person is going to overcome, I do believe they're going to overcome this doing nothing, this standing on the fence, and they're seeing this destined change. Again, they're showing me these stars. So they're going to overcome this. They're literally transforming as a result, as you see with the Death card, transformational energy, and this particular Leo card of Strength, they're transforming as well. They're becoming strong, courageous, and brave. And there's going to be messages coming in for you. That's very fast communication. Again, I'm seeing another travel energy with the Eight of Wands. So there is some sort of movement and travel that's going to be coming in here. So I think for this one, I'm going to go ahead and get just a little bit of advice for you guys. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Advice cards for this particular scenario. Advice for this particular scenario. I think the decision's just going to be up to you, but things will not be the same as they were. Seeing a lot of Wand energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. Like I had said, Scorpio, and also water energy, Taurus, I mean, not Taurus, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. What advice do you have? This one is sticking out. So remember, life doesn't have to be so serious. Yes, so there are hard things happening. No, it's not always easy to be here on earth, but you can always find time to laugh, be silly, and have fun. It's so important that you do so. I feel like this is, I'm putting this over the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Cups. If this doesn't go the way that you're wanting it to go, collective, I think that what Spirit is saying is that there is something new that is on the horizon for you regardless, because you are looking at these options for yourself as well. You have your back turned to them. So you have the ability to take your own power back and have a new beginning. You're being asked to stop dimming your own light, period. It's time for you to come out of the shadows and let your authentic self soar. Fly high, dear one. Don't let this put you, this past behavior, don't let it affect you. Don't let it get to you. You are here to grow from this experience, to learn from this experience, to become more like the Phoenix rising, like the Queen of Wands does. Don't allow this to be your reality because you have been hurt in the past. Don't allow this to affect the way that you handle your future. Okay, guys, that's what I have for you. Please like, share, and subscribe to Ruby's Lighthouse Tarot. Please check out your other placements, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks, everybody.